monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look, Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it jump before the snow, we still gon' break bones. If we win the point flip, we choosing to kick. Cause we got a defense that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth D's. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway.
What's up? What's up, guys? What's up? Did another week, more draft coverage, more time. We're almost there. 10 days. We'll finally get this draft on the road. We stop talking about it. We can start looking towards the season and figuring out what the heck is going on. Hey, I'm Brian the Grizzly. You're Tank Kramer. We got Panda down there. What's up?
How you doing? How you doing?
Going on.
Hey, Kramer, real quick. You need to make an appearance on the Morning Spike because I'm already beating you 1-0. I'm showing and appearing on Morning Spike.
Oh, man. That
Well.
was Mark.
Yeah. I showed up and they're like, yeah, you beating Kramer. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Sunday sucks sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for this football.
Without football, it sucks.
Yeah,
You
without
know?
football, it sucks.
That's why I'm rocking my Cubs shirt. So,
Go Cubs, go! The baby bears.
yes.
Baby Bears.
See, it's all connecting. It's all connecting.
All connecting. I see what you did there. I see what's going on. But how you guys feeling about all this stuff, man? We're there. We're finally, getting answers. It looks like Caleb's a done deal. We already know that.
Yeah.
What about everything else that's going on for you guys?
I'm just really interested what's going to happen number 2 on down, because I'm hearing May, I'm hearing Daniels, I'm hearing they might swap. I'm hearing the Commander's not going to move for number 2 unless they had to go solid offer. But then I'm hearing that the Patriots might jump down, or there's so much, and I have a strong speculation. I'm sure it's probably out there now that the Vikings, they're gonna jump up because they got 2 first rounders and they have a lot of potential draft capital to move up. And if they move up to number 3 or 4, it's like, hey, let's swap. I'll give you both of my first round this year and whatever else. That's a lot, really, that's a lot.
So the report was this morning, I was looking at it, that there's a deal in place if the Patriots want to pull it, that the Vikings will jump to 3 and they will receive the Vikings' first 2 round picks this year and the number 1 pick next year.
Damn.
So that they'll get that. And I think it was, and they throw in like a 3rd round. I don't know if it's like next year or whatever, but it's like they get all that to move from 11 to 3.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Because they need a QB. If they get a QB, then
But that's the thing, that's the monkey wrench in the deal. Because the next report was about Minnesota saying they might just stay pat, right, and take the best available player at 11, and then at 23 take Bo Nix. No trading needed. They'll take Bo Nix. Still get first rounder, but they don't have to do anything. They don't have to hurt their team. And Bo Nix is what they think he is. They still got the draft capital for next year. They have all the stuff they want for the following years, and they get an extra player and a possibility of being able to keep JJ. So,
yeah, wasn't there? We did that. We didn't do a mock draft. We're doing mock drafts from other guys. Wasn't one of them that they went up to get the receiver, and then down late in the first round they end up getting Bo Nix?
So they stayed pat and got a receiver that fell to them.
Yeah.
And then they are able to still get Bo Nix. So they still get a receiver and a quarterback.
Yeah.
Going on.
Yeah. That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, if that's what they want to do, but I mean, if they go up to 3, then what? They would go.
They still go
Daniels
JJ
or, huh?
Still go JJ.
JJ.
Yeah. They go McCarthy. Yeah, they go JJ. What the only way the Patriots are going out 3 if Jaden Daniels is not there. So if Drake May goes number 2, then the Patriots stay at 3 and draft Jaden Daniels because that's who they want. They think that's the one, the better ceiling, which he has a great ceiling.
Yeah.
Then Vikings will have to look at 4, Arizona. Who already has a lot of first round picks. They already have 2 right now. So if they trade that one and get another 2 and possibly a next number 1 next year, they can walk out of here this year with 4 first round picks.
Yeah.
Which would be nuts.
Yeah. And 3 would be what, this year? Which is crazy.
No, they'll have 4 this year.
Yeah, 4 this year. Yeah, because 2 from Minnesota.
Because they'll get 3, and then what the mock draft has them do is taking their 2 second rounders and trading back into the first round. So they'll end up with 4 first round picks this year, and then they'll have 2 first round picks next year.
Wow.
Man, that's Ryan Pohl's dream right there.
That's another way to do it.
I mean, that's not bad. I mean, because right now, I'm assuming they got Marvin Harrison Jr. Right? Yep. I mean, that's who they have their eye on. But I mean, if you get it like that, I mean, it's so hard to pass up on.
And Arizona could also drop down, get those 2 first round picks, and trade back up.
Yeah.
And if you drop down and trade back up and get Rome Odunze or Malik Neighbors, but still walk away with another first round pick. So you still get a wide receiver. You have an extra first round pick. Yeah, you could do those type of things. That's why they have so many options.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't know what the hell's going to happen in this draft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know who was the guy that made that silly mock Tannenbaum.
I hate
he sucks, man.
Did you see it, Kramer? I put it on the Nerd Huddle. I'm like, why would Arizona pick Neighbors on 4 and let Harrison drop to number 9?
Because the reports are coming out of Arizona, this is the season of lies. That Arizona likes Malik Neighbors more. Malik Neighbors has higher top end speed. They see him as a more of a Jamar Chase type of player. And that Marvin Harrison Jr. will have to end up being a jump ball wide receiver, but he's not as good at contested catches. So they were going with another big play receiver that they see like a Steve Smith type. That's what they see Malik Neighbors, and that's why there has been talk about that. But if you're going to do that, why wouldn't you just trade down?
Yeah. Trade down, get something for it. If you think this dude is not the guy, even though everyone is saying he's the guy, so yeah,
your eyes must be deceiving you. For the last 3 years, he's been doing it with other talent around, with other number 1 receivers around. He's still producing. When Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave was around, he was still producing. No matter who else was there, he was doing it. He was doing this thing, and it's so weird that people don't notice how good he really is.
Yeah, and you're talking about Neighbors, correct?
I'm talking about Marvin Harrison Jr. So Marvin Harrison Jr. has played in the last 3 years with 5 first round wide receivers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on, man. And he's been that good.
Yeah.
So I don't see why people are so down on him. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's not dropping to 9. If he drops to 9, then
no.
The NFL's crazy.
San Diego. I've seen multiple mock drafts with him possibly dropping to 9. And all it takes is Malik Neighbors. It takes the New York Giants to realize Joe Alt is his dude. This is the dude. You don't go with a wide receiver if you can't protect the quarterback. So if Malik Neighbors goes 4, Joe Alt goes 5, right?
Yeah.
Now 6.
I thought San Diego has 5.
Oh, 5. I'm saying San Diego trades out. That's what happens.
Right.
So it trades up for the quarterback. It was the Raiders trading the 5 for a quarterback. 6, Joe Alt going to the Giants. 7, Fashanu going to who's at 7? Tennessee Titans, because they need a left tackle. 8, you still get
they
get a
the
defensive
edge.
end, a edge rusher going
Dallas Turner.
Dallas Turner, and then 9 you end up with Marvin Harrison falling to 9.
Right.
But like you have to have a horse's shoe up your ass if that.
Yeah. So 2 things need to happen: Chargers trade out, and so same thing with Arizona, because if Arizona trades out,
no, Arizona can go Malik Neighbors. If Arizona goes Malik Neighbors and Chargers trade out, he can fall to 9 somehow.
Chargers need receivers for Herbert, so Harrison.
They need multiple. They need multiple, and that's the point. So if they do that,
they trade out, they trade down.
So it's Minnesota. They're trading it to 11, right? At 11, if all that falls out, they can still get Rome Odunze. If all that stuff falls to the way they want it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going there, get an extra pick, and get Rome Odunze, and be able to get another pick later in the first round?
Yeah.
Imagine Harrison comes to the Bears.
With Caleb. That's a insanely big if. We get Caleb and Marvin Harrison Jr. That's scary,
Yeah.
Like it's stupid, but there's no way.
Yeah, it's like, what cheat code did we put in this life for that?
The only thing, if it goes to 4 and they either trade back or they get Neighbors, then start sounding the alarm, because you're like, holy shit, like.
I think even if that happens, if the Bears really want Marvin Harrison Jr. that much, they would trade up then.
I kind of see them trading up.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to talk about the 9th pick. I feel like we talked about Caleb Williams too. We've been blue in the damn face. I'm tired of talking about it. I know y'all tired of hearing about it. So we done with that. Caleb is there. It's a done deal. Okay. Yeah. But there are a lot of experts that are saying, different things about what the Bears are going to do at 9. So I have 10 experts. I want to read through what they're saying we're going to do, and I want you guys to kind of tell me, when it sounds like BS or when it sounds like a good idea, and then what you guys think we're going to have, what's actually going to happen.
Are we part of the 10?
No.
Damn it!
I said experts. All right. So we have Sean Hammond. He's from Shaw Media. He has the Bears selecting at number 9, Rome Odunze. Hammond writes, the Bears might consider trading down, but not with Odunze dropping to them at 9. If he's there, you have to grab him. Okay? Now we got Mel Kiper and Field Yates saying at number 9, the Bears select Rome Odunze. Wide receiver in Washington again. Kiper writes, I love the fit for Williams, though I thought about an offensive lineman or edge rusher too. Odunze could be a star. This is how Chicago could set up Williams to succeed as a rookie his rookie year with 3 great targets.
I mean, is it going to only be 3 great targets?
No, it'll be like 7.
Yeah, exactly. 7 people who wants the ball. That's a lot of egos, a lot of capital bonuses that people get. Hey, you get 1,000 yards, you get whatever bonus. That's a lot of people to try to please.
No, you do. You treat you treat Rome Odunze as a rookie. He gets leftovers. You go DJ Moore, Keenan Allen's your possession receiver, right? Then you go to your tight ends. Your tight ends are just safety valves. You don't have to worry about them getting 600 or 700 yards. They're good. You say Rome Odunze is just get whatever's left over when someone gets hurt. That's when he will shine. You do something like that with him, and then out of the backfield, you got 2 guys who can catch the ball and 1 guy who couldn't catch a cold. So that kind of works.
Yeah. No, it works out good with it. So you're saying what do we think about their?
So what do we think their reasoning?
Yeah, I mean, that's spot on. Well, I mean, they both had like all because all 3 of them, right?
All 3 of them.
Yeah. They're right. If he's there, you pick Rome Odunze up.
Yeah.
Like
I
how do
agree.
you pass that up?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now things change a little bit. Peter Schrager. I don't know if you guys know who Peter Schrager is. He's on NFL.com.
Yeah.
Peter
I've
Schrager
heard
got
of him.
his big thing. Like he started to get notoriety by when he started off. You know, he went to all the assistant coaches and all the coordinators and all that stuff. He texted the mass text to all of them, right? And he only got a few responses. One of which was with Sean McVay. So they hung out, they drank together, they came through the ranks together. And he would always tell people like, "Hey, if you tell me something you don't want me to say to anyone else, I just want it for knowledge. I won't tell anyone what you guys are saying." So he's built these relationships. He's done a great job. People talk to him, and he doesn't release any of his stuff. So I mean, he is someone who has an inside source in many teams, and he's been getting around. I think his last year was 78% in the first round.
Wow.
Of the picks, correct.
That's
all right.
Wow.
So that's just to give you guys the background who Peter Schrager is. He says the Bears trade down. They trade to number 15 with the Colts, and then the Bears select J.C. Latham, offensive tackle from Alabama. Okay.
I'll be happy with that.
He writes, after piling up more draft capital by trading back, the Bears still land a stud offensive tackle. Latham could be a second offensive tackle taken on draft night. Some teams like him that much. If the board falls this way, Chicago adds a big pedigree bookend who can join last year's first round pick tackle, Darnell Wright, and protect the new franchise quarterback, Caleb Williams.
Mm-hmm.
What do they get in return? The Bears will get a second round pick in 2025 to drop to 15. Now you say, why would you do that? Because now what you have is a first rounder and 3 second round picks next year. Guess what he's going to do with that?
Yeah.
Go find a way to get a second round pick this year.
Yeah.
So that's good draft capital for getting an offensive tackle who might fit your scheme better and protect your guy. You actually doing something right.
Yeah.
So once again, I told you what Peter Schrager was, and this is what he's saying.
Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah, I love this one. I mean, I've heard so much about him. I heard about his hand size is like 11 inches, 13 inches. It's like that's a bear paw, man, right there. It's like huge. I mean, that dude could crush my head.
On one hand, yeah,
exactly. Imagine him on the other side with Wright. I mean, that's
if Nate Davis does show that he actually do something on the right side, and Tevin Jenkins with Latham on the left side, only thing we'll be missing is that center. Which I don't know why he thinks these guys, these recycling guys at center are going to work. But if you do this and you don't trade back into the second round, you also got 3 second round picks next year. You could take 2 of them, trade back into the first round, and still have a second round pick. You can have 2 first round picks next year too.
Yeah.
Just saying. So if you don't have the guy, but now you win 10 games, you could go back use these trades to 2025, and now you're trying to put yourself as a Super Bowl contender because you already were a playoff team with the 10 wins. Now you're saying, how can I get to 12, 13 wins? I go, center. I go anything that I'm missing, I'm grabbing next year as blue chip prospects. So, I mean, just saying, it has merit and makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's cold in here, but my nipples got hard.
Yeah, and I know when we were doing our mock drafts, that was like one of the scenarios. It went down just a couple to 15, and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
That would be a smart move, and you could do a lot. It gives you flexibility to do a lot of different things.
So here's my question: if the Bears do that, and I love this scenario, I really do. But what are we going to do about the third receiver?
You find one in someone in the draft.
Yeah,
this is a very deep draft. I mean, you're not going to have the top end guy to replace Keenan Allen once he gets old thing, but you're going to get a guy who could be a third receiver.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So we got another guy, Michael Midhurst Schwartz. He's from USA Today. He has the Bears selecting at 9 Jared Verse out of Florida State. At 9. I don't like this pick, but whatever. I'm going to read what he says. It says both Ryan Post and Matt Eberflus know how difficult it is to find a premium pass rusher after they paid up at the trade deadline last year for Pro Bowler Montez Sweat. Verse could step in as a complementary piece and quickly make his mark both in generating pressure and holding firm against the run. My question is, if you're going to do that, why would you just trade down?
Yeah.
Jared Verse is slide to go like 20.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's too early. But that's like the thing is, I think a lot of these people, they tend to look like, oh, this is what the Bears need at this position. But it's like, just because you need that at this position doesn't mean it makes sense to take it at that number. You know what I mean? So it's the number you're at is worth more than the position you might need. You know what I mean? So if that's the guy you need, you can trade down, get a third round and something. Like you can get something else for that rather than doing that straight up.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like Verse. I think he's good. I know you guys talked about him a lot on the Wednesday show and stuff like that, and we talked about him a few times too here. But he's good. But that's too early.
He's not worth it at 9. It is way too early.
Yeah, that is way too early. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't want to be prejudiced or anything, but I really love Turner, Dallas Turner.
I do too. And I think the problem is Atlanta does too.
Right. Yeah. Unless Atlanta gets traded out of there or accepts the trade from somebody else, or we move up one spot.
You don't trade up for any of these guys. Not on defense. You trade back and hope that they fall to you. There's too much offensive talent, and you just go with it.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I was hearing, the record of most offensive players getting drafted was 19. Now it might be 23, 24 with this year's draft. Offensive players in the first round.
Well, we know that 8 offensive tackles could go.
Yeah.
And we could go anywhere between 4 and 6 quarterbacks. That's 14 right there.
Mm.
And then we know receivers are going about 5 to 6 deep. That's 20.
Yeah.
That's 20 right there.
Well, just between 3 positions?
3 positions. A tight end's going in the first round. No running backs going in the first round.
Yeah.
Jackson Power Johnson could sneak in there. There's a couple inside offensive linemen could sneak in there. So, yeah, I mean, you can get a lot of offensive players, like what Fredo's saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
All right. I got Matt Mosher from the 33rd team. He says Bears trade with the Raiders. The Raiders jump up. They get the 13th pick, and they get a second-round pick from the Raiders. He said the Bears miss out on the top 3 receivers at 9. Once they see that, they make a trade down to much more palatable. They pivot to defense at number 13, taking arguably the best defensive player. Byron Murphy is an incredible athlete who could be disruptive player immediately. Also, they grab a wide receiver now in the second round.
So they trade down, and we also get a number 2 pick this year.
Yep.
Wow, it seems like the number 9 spot's not as valuable as before. If you only get a number 2 for next year or number 2 for this year, so we trade spots and here's a little extra.
Oh, I think that's about right. Last year we went from 9 to 10, and we got a 4th round pick, right? So if we're going from 9 to 13 and goes to a second round pick, I think that's about right.
Okay. I mean, it could be just me, but I feel like that number 9 pick should be a little bit more, maybe like a number 2 with a number 3 for next year or something like that.
Depending on how far you're trading back.
I see.
And that's kind of what it means. If we're going to go to 16, 17, now you're going to get a lot more because that pick is worth less when you look at the chart. So, I mean, I think I understand what you're saying, but you're probably not going to get that there this time. But what I want you guys to remember, in every draft, there's about 16 blue chip players. There's 10 like outstanding guys, and there's another 6 blue chip type players. Not good players, but we're talking about blue chip great players. It's usually, as I said, 16. So you probably don't want to trade further back than 16 because you still want to get a chance at a blue chip player along with getting any draft capital that you're getting.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why you're not getting as much.
Okay. Yeah.
I got Sam Monson from Pro Football Focus, PFF. And you have the Bears trading with the Vikings.
Already. I don't even know what the offer is. I already see that.
So I don't know what you think. You must not know, but whatever. Yeah. He says the Bears trade with the Vikings. They go down to 11 and get Rome Odunze, wide receiver for Washington, at 11 still. So you get your guy. Monson says Chicago would have taken Odunze at 9 overall had the Vikings not come calling about the trade. Here they get him 2 picks later and add extra capital. Caleb Williams is now a Bears of riches to throw to, and the Bears gather another second-round pick, a later second-round pick, which they could spend on an offensive guard or center.
So what are we getting in return? The number 2 pick for this year or next year?
Second-round pick.
24, 25?
2024.
Okay. Yeah, that could work too. I mean, we're getting a receiver and we get an extra pick. I can see that happening as well. So who will the Vikings pick up at number 9?
Not with Minnesota, though.
Yeah. It's not. If it was almost anybody else, like, I think it'll be all right. Not with Minnesota.
Well, what they say is the Vikings would get Drake May. Because this scenario, Drake May is falling. Because the Minnesota never traded up. So everything kind of went differently. And Drake May is now available at 9. Now your 9th pick is worth more. That's why you going from 9 to 11. You still get a second-round pick because you're trading up to get a quarterback with your rival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know. Christopher Trapasso, CBS Sports, has the Bears at number 9, just selected Rome Odunze. He writes, the Bears are doing everything possible to make the landing spot cushy for Caleb Williams. Rome Odunze at number 9 was signaling that even more than Keenan Allen trade a few weeks ago. So, yeah, so they're just getting more and more weapons for him, making them feel more comfortable. Still can't block nobody, but got a lot of receivers.
Snap and throw it. Tuck it in the air. Somebody catch it.
You also got to remember, Caleb Williams doesn't play from under center, so I don't know how you're going to do play action passes or anything like that. So that's another thing that needs to be learned.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if you watch Fox Sports, but Nick Wright says the Bears are going to trade up to number 5 and grab Marvin Harrison Jr. from the Chargers. Wright says the Bears try to have an all-time draft. The Bears have an opportunity here if they're willing to move up to take Caleb Williams, move up after they take Caleb Williams, the number 1 quarterback out for this year's, and get Marvin Harrison Jr., the number 1 receiver out, that the number 1 receiver that ever come out in this draft. So they saying that they basically use their first round pick to move up from 9 to 5 and get Marvin Harrison Jr.
2 questions. We give up next year's first round?
Yeah, so you get this year's and next year's first round.
Next year's.
Okay. I see that scenario happening if Neighbors gets picked by Arizona, or if Vegas goes up to number 4,
or Minnesota,
yeah, exactly,
or Denver.
Either way, any team that needs a quarterback, I can see them moving up. And I mean, out of that scenario versus dropping back and we get. What was the other offensive tackle?
J.C. Latham.
Yes.
Yep.
it's between one of those two scenarios. I prefer getting Latham than Harrison because you get more capital and you have a protected quarterback. And just like you mentioned before, we could get a receiver later in the round. Maybe we could get one next on the second round of this year or something like that.
I hear you. We got Ryan Fowler, the Draft Network, has the Bears selecting Rome Odunze, wide receiver, Washington. He writes, with Caleb Williams at QB, Rome Odunze will immediately provide a wide receiver number one next to DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. The latter isn't 25 anymore. Odunze still has the skill to be dominant for a long time. He sits hip to hip with Marvin Harrison Jr. On a lot of teams' boards, and he's a better contested ball catcher.
Something you say we need.
Yeah.
And especially if you see that Keenan Allen is getting older. He's 32. Keenan Allen's 32. Yeah, I mean, so you might have 2 years of him. Keenan Allen can go down to a number 3 receiver as Rome Odunze does, feel into that position more. So I can see that still. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got Charles McDonald and Nate Tice from Yahoo Sports saying the Bears at number 9 select. They both say Bears select Malik Neighbors out of LSU. They write, it's hard to turn down adding a weapon at Neighbors caliber, which also gives the Bears shiny new quarterback for the future, another weapon to help make his life easier on the next level. And the reason they're saying that is because Rome Odunze goes to the Giants at 6. They go with a bigger receiver, a bigger body receiver, and then offensive tackle, back to back.
Wow.
Dallas Turner, and now Malik Neighbors falls to a 9.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Now, I did see something today that Malik Neighbors was there at 9, and the Bears still traded down.
Ooh. To where? How far down?
They traded to 13.
Okay.
Malik Neighbors was still there. They traded to 13 and got offensive tackle at 13. Even with Malik Neighbors there.
Neighbors.
And his reasoning was Malik Neighbors is too much like DJ Moore already. The Bears don't need a lot of shorter receivers, even if they're like Steve Smith.
So
yeah, I mean,
there was a receiver.
What up, Anzo?
Yo, what's up, Anzo?
There was a receiver that I read. Can't remember what school. Can't remember his name. He's considered a yak king.
They like that.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors type of guy, but he's not him. They're projecting him late first round, early second round.
Keon Coleman.
Yes, I believe so.
Keon Coleman would be that type of guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keon Coleman has, round 1 talent, but it's just so deep. It's so deep, and that's just hard to see. I like him a lot too. Yeah.
So wow.
All right, so those are our 10 people talking about what the Bears are going to do at 9. I now frame the question for you guys. What do you guys think happens?
Okay. I mean, there's like every scenario is almost identical, but I don't know. As much as Harrison's up there, I don't think I'll pull the trigger on trading up for Harrison. Just because, once again, you have a lot of weapons already. Yes, we need another receiver. Maybe Harrison would be a great Hall of Famer, but I don't think he'll be an Hall of Famer here in Chicago. Maybe just my crazy mind thinking. I'm fatigued. I'm tired right now. But I don't think that's would fit here because he'll probably be more valuable in a team where they do need a receiver, like San Diego. Like of course, they need several receivers, but here we have DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Komet, and we got the other tight end Everett.
Yeah.
Plus, we have
nothing else.
Well, yeah. Okay, yeah. Nothing else. Now you had him into it. He's a rookie. He's probably want the ball. I don't know if his ego he's gonna get checked
That's
or
what I
not.
said about Marvin Harrison Jr. though. I
Right.
just was telling you, he played with all these top end receivers for all his career. He was the only time he was the man was last year. Every other year there was someone else there.
Like he finds a way to get the numbers. So
right.
Even on a team with Garrett Wilson and Roman Chris Olave, he still was a standout. You still saw him like he still had 1,400 yards.
Yeah. You know, even if he has the ego, you're still a rookie, man. And you're a rookie next to Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. It's not like you're a rookie with Darnell Mooney still, as you know. It's like, no, you're behind two amazing wide receivers. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that would be the thing. Is like if Darnell Mooney was still our like main guy, and we get Marvin Harrison Jr., then I can understand the ego maybe coming in to play.
Right.
Not with these two guys. You know what I mean? So you need to like be quiet. And then you kind of know like Keenan Allen, he's coming to the end of his career. You know, DJ Moore, still young, you know, but we'll see what the contract, because he's got 2 more years left, I think.
Yeah, he has at least 2 more years, and I think the Bears will try to find a way to bring him, keep him there.
Yeah, extend it, especially if everything starts playing well and he is having a really good season next year. You know, I mean, I think he seems like the kind of guy that wants a ring. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I mean, I don't mind trading. I don't want to say I don't mind. I wouldn't mind getting Marvin Harrison Jr. I wouldn't want to trade up for it. For a little bit of a different reason than Fredo is you already don't have any draft capital. You're going to give up more to be screwed the rest of this year and next year, and maybe even something 2 years from now. It's like, how much are you willing to give?
Here's the question though. If that's possible, if that's true, what if they don't need it? What if they're good? And your first round pick eventually, if you plan on Caleb Williams being good, will be a top 25, 26, 27.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you're getting, once again, you're not getting blue chip guys. You have an opportunity to get a blue chip guy by trading up. That's why they'll do it. I don't want to do it. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to do it. I understand the reasoning. I understand.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're kind of putting all the eggs in one basket, which
you definitely are.
Right.
It's not bad when they're rookies, but it's still kind of scary thing to do. You know, because you are selling yourself short the next couple of years if you do something like that.
I think out of all of the trade scenarios, I really like going back and getting Latham.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
To me, that's my favorite right now.
Yeah.
Nothing against Odunze. That's great. But I think protecting the quarterback, and I've been saying this from like way back when, we need to protect we need some guys up there to protect our quarterback. No matter how much he scrambles or stays in the pocket, we need big guys to block. If there's no blocking, we got no scheme, no system, no nothing. Then we're just back to square one with Fields.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit different than you guys. I believe we have good enough tackles. I think our tackles are good. I think we now are deep enough at guard that we're good. I'm worried about the center position more than anything. So I'm more willing to, I like to trade back to 11 or 13 or something like that, and possibly still getting a wide receiver, and then give me a pick that I could trade up in the second round and get me a center. If I can get a center in the second round, I'll do whatever that takes. If I can get a quarterback, wide receiver, center, I think that fixes your line. I think that, gives you the weapon you need along with the quarterback. I think that makes more sense than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not even worried about that. I wouldn't even worry about it. I'll take 2 edge rushers and see how it works.
Right.
And if it doesn't work, I'll trade for one. I'll sign one, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But fixing that offensive line, I think, really starts at center. Having that intelligent guy that's athletic, that's able to do all those things. I don't know. Like, have you guys seen Jason Kelce yet? Jason Kelce's already lost 30 pounds. Like, those guys at center are amazing, unbelievable athletes. They're not, they're big because they eat like 1,000 calories, 10,000 calories a day. That's the reason why they keep, that weight on them. But they're smaller guys because they're that quick. They're that strong. They're that elusive. He played tight end before. He played wide receiver before then. So, like, that's how good these guys are. You know, they're middle linebackers that are just a little bit too slow. They move in the center. You know, so that's what I want. I want that guy. I want that middle linebacker that moved to center that's got a little nasty in him.
Right.
And if I could trade something that and grab him in the second round, done.
Who's was it Jackson
Powers Johnson?
Powers, yeah. You know, I mean, couldn't you do both? Couldn't you trade back and get that 15, get Latham, and then with your 3 second rounders next year, maybe trade into the second round this year and get your center? So now you get a tackle and a center this year. You know what I mean? Like that, and then
there is a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the thing about keeping all your lines the same and putting a center in there, he's able to just be the center. The line will have veterans there, and he's the only young piece, but he's also the most important, and he's athletic and he's powerful. So that kind of works out to his benefit because he's young and he's going to gel with Tevin Jenkins, and how that works. I think that kind of works better at center than it is at left tackle. Left tackle is you need a veteran center. You cannot use a young guy if you go tackle.
Yeah, if you go young tackle.
Because then you have too many young guys on the line that don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, because then you still got Alex Wright, which is it's second year. It's Jenkins is technically third year? Yeah. You know, and
this is
before
it's third. It's third.
It's third? Because that first year he sat the whole time.
Hurt. Yeah, he's hurt. Yeah. So this is because he got drafted with Justin Fields.
Yeah, that's right. You know, but he was already hurt, which is stupid. But I mean, in the end, it went up working out all right. But but he's still young too. And was it Darnell Wright? How he's I'm not sure how long he's been in the league for.
He was our pick last year.
Yeah,
he's not Darnell Wright.
Nate Davis. Nate Davis is 28. He's 28 years old, so he's been there about 5 years.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that he's your oldest guy.
Yeah.
At that, if you go that route, like two 1 years, a second year, a fourth year who was injured one whole year, so really only 3. And then
he's the most talented guy. He is. Tevin Jenkins still the most talented guy on the line.
Oh, 100%. I mean, we had to bite the bullet for that first year, and then he wound up working out at the end. But but he's still not the left tackle. He's not the dude that we wanted him to be, but he's still a good O-line.
Yeah, he is. Braxton turns into that guy.
Braxton Jones.
What if he turns into that guy?
That's what I was thinking about.
Well, let's just hope and see, because last year,
still PFF having graded really, really high. He
got better.
Good job.
Yeah, he got better as the year went along, which was nice. I don't know. I mean, man, it's like he has an opportunity to do good. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then if you do good as a left tackle, I wonder if like that's just investing in yourself. You know what I mean? Like left tackles can get paid. So if he has an opportunity to be that guy and he is showing some sparks to be good, I mean, I would do whatever I got to do. It was like, shit, if I'm good enough where they believing in me, like whoever you got to hire to be the best left tackle as possible,
It's true.
I mean, that's what I would do, but
they're the second paid highest person in that field on offense. Right up,
they should be. Well, I mean, we have wide receivers that are making $25 million. So, our wide receivers are going to be making. Yeah, 2 of them is making that much money.
Second most important, I would say that.
Oh, by far. He might be more important.
I was going to say it might be more because your QB can't play without a good left tackle, without a good left tackle. So
also, even though the field is dominantly right-handed quarterbacks, if the quarterback is a left-handed, you got to make sure the right tackle.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I wanted to bring this up to you guys. So in 2021, Marvin Harrison's freshman year. Marvin Harrison was a freshman. Make sure I put it all up. We had Chris Olave at wide receiver, right? We had Garrett Wilson at wide receiver. We had Jackson Smith and Jigba at wide receiver. Emeka Egbuka, who's going to be probably the first one wide receiver drafted next year. Instead, Stover, and then they had Marvin Harrison Jr. as a freshman. So that is 5 first-round draft picks as your wide receivers.
Jesus,
and he still did what he did.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, that's why people are saying he's generational talent. I mean, and also like look who his dad is. You know what I mean? So it's like, the dude was born into this kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense that he would be that good, even with other talent like that around him.
So the question is, would you trade up to get him?
It really depends on the situation. I can't do this year's draft because there's only 4 draft picks.
Yeah.
But you could do next year because it doesn't matter. You think about the Texans are thinking.
Mm-hmm.
The Texans said this year, so Minnesota didn't go to the Texans about this draft pick, the trade. When the Texans went back to the second round and Minnesota got an extra first rounder, Minnesota didn't go to Texas. The Texans came to Minnesota. Why? Because they didn't want another first round draft pick. They had to pay. All that money was going to be too much. They didn't want to worry about that, so they went with a second round draft pick instead of having a first round. So they grabbed more second round, so you get more players with that you didn't have to pay. You don't want to always have a first round draft pick if you can't handle it. If you can't handle it, if you can't afford to pay them, then don't do it. So that's kind of one of the reasons against doing what you're doing. That's why sometimes you do want to have you don't want to have a first round pick. That's why you could get rid of one. But if you're doing that, you better have a left tackle. Yeah, because you can't afford these guys, but you can afford multiple second rounders.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know.
But the reason when I think about so this is what they did. To Texas now are $4 million under the salary cap. Only $4 million. So if they grabbed a first rounder, they wouldn't be able to afford paying them. So they had to get rid of that first round pick, so it could stay under the threshold and not have to worry about that. Just saying that might be the place that the Bears have to be.
Who did they go to? The first rounder? They went to
so they went down to another second round, and then they used that second round pick.
Went to Minnesota, right?
Bills.
Right.
To get Stephon Diggs.
That's scary, man. That team right there, just Jesus.
Just saying that could be our future if you hit that quarterback. If you hit that quarterback, it could be the future.
Yeah, if he's the guy.
I know. It's a lot of unknowns, guys. It's a lot of things that we just can't figure out. But all you can do is hope. You can pray. We have a chance to hope. We have a chance to see if we actually have the guy. It no longer matters about what I thought. Now it's about what you think now.
Yeah. We're 9 days away to find out.
Almost there, guys. We're almost there.
Yeah.
That's all I got for the night show, guys. So you guys got anything else?
Not really. We are most likely going to do a watch party. So anybody watch it on replay or whatever, we'll do like a live watch party. And we've been doing that for the past couple of years now at this point. We all get together, and I think Martin should be back. So, it's a fun time. We just all kind of hang out and watch. I think he said he should. We'll see.
Yeah, but he's coming from military. He might not be ready to see civilians.
Man, but keeping football away from him. After a month of no football might be.
Yeah.
Last
time he came back, I saw him. He looked like the evil emperor. Like he had his hood on. All you heard is dun, 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 dun. Like,
oh man, he's talking with like you can hear the gravel in his throat. It's like, oh man, yeah.
exactly.
I know, we'll see, but yeah, I mean, we'll all like be there and hang out. It's a fun time. We'll probably just do that Friday night, just the first round, you know, and stuff like that.
Thursday,
so, it's always been
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
First round is Thursday.
Oh yeah,
Thursday night.
Yeah.
I took off. I deliberately took off for that day. I put that question like 2 months ago.
I might not be able to make it because that is Erica's birthday. Is that Thursday the 25th?
Just celebrate it tomorrow, man. Just celebrate the next day.
Yeah, you can do it. Push it away. I don't know.
Yeah, just explain to her, look, honey, I know it's your birthday, but we got this draft going, so
yeah,
she'll understand.
You know what else is Thursday? Spoiler King.
Yeah, we can rebroadcast and stuff like that. It's not that big a deal.
No, we're not going to be broadcasting during Spoiler King Thursday. So
no.
See how easy that is, Erica. Don't worry, we'll celebrate it tomorrow.
Yeah.
See, boom.
And we're not celebrating it the next day because I'll be at C2E2. So
exactly.
For that whole weekend, I won't be here. So
that's right.
But I think I already got tickets to do stuff that evening. So I was like, shit. I thought it was Friday.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So
all right, guys. I'm glad everyone came in. Once again, we have tomorrow will be me and Mark Dynasty Pylon. On Sunday, we got the Born and Spike. Hopefully, we get some people to show up. Freddie, you gotta come. I hate going in there. I'm the only one. I'm like, damn it.
No, I'll see if I could. Because
we got the draft coming in. It's gonna be so much fun, guys. This is the last week going on. We got some fun things for tomorrow. Got fun things Sunday, and then we'll be focusing on the draft. So that's all we got for tonight's show, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. So I'll see you guys later.
Possibly next week.
Also, no one cares about the draft. I care, and I am no one, so it works.
On this channel, we do.
All right, guys. See you later.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so